So I'll let you guys know, but I would go and grab that. Laura, you wanna do one more item with me?
Absolutely.
Okay, customer pick, still Patricia Naff. This one is called the Flavia. This is the perforated leather slide. So once you get that gorgeous purse, let's get some shoes, a purse and shoes. That's like a girl's best friend, two items that we have. These are $38 off. These are super flexible. It's a slip-on mule style. The one you're looking at right there is what we're calling Fresco Bouquet, which is so different, so gorgeous. I also have it available in the black, and I have it available in the sienna. The one on the other side, we are calling the antique gold. Sizing is 5.5 through 10 whole and half sizes, and I have it 11 in a whole size, 1/2 inch stacked leather heel, perforated woven leather upper. These, for everything that they have in them, Laura, they're also just really comfortable, flexible shoes also.
Yeah, and that's the really nice part about it is because, you know, Patricia, of course, is bringing us all of her gorgeous leather, and she's doing it in a way that makes it so easy to wear. Just like her handbags are gorgeous, but they're also organized. These shoes are beautiful, but they're also thought out and comfy for you, too. So there's a 4 millimeters of memory foam that goes throughout the footbread, all the way from the toe to the heel that you have. And then across the front, if you'll notice in the toe cap, you can see the perforation, right? And so that is you know, you have the little holes that go through and makes it really gorgeous. But when you get further down to the toe cap, if you notice there's actually a lining. So the toe cap has an under leather underneath there so that your toes aren't getting, you know, caught in any little holes or aren't having the hole marks on your toes and like that when the areas that it would be, you know, a little bit tighter in the front of a shoe, which it naturally would be. I love a slide because they're so easy to wear and simple to put on, yet they immediately dress up any outfit that you have. So from capris to jeans to dresses to leggings to, you know, work pants to everything that you have in your wardrobe, you can easily throw a slide on